Hi, so I'm Graham Milton from Bundle Digital Limited. This is the weekly Facebook Live that we do every Friday, appropriately named 5 Minute Friday. This week, every week, we take the opportunity to answer your questions that you've either emailed us or asked us through the week previously. And this week, the question that really stood out was, what are the 5 KPIs should I be doing to measure my sales and marketing activities? Or it wasn't specifically 5 KPIs, but I've got 5 to make it nice and digestible and so that we can fit this within 5 minutes. So the key things that we're going to talk about we're going to talk about CPA, conversion rates, quality, LTV, ROAS/ROI. A lot of acronyms in there, but I'll explain what all of those mean. So CPA, cost per lead acquisition. That's probably one of the most important ones. So how much are you spending to acquire a lead or to acquire a sale? It's really, really critical that you actually understand this and know it, because it can completely change the way that you spend your money, whether that be on visible costs such as advertising or more invisible costs such as staff time. Are your staff spending too much time on activities which aren't actually providing a good CPA, a good cost per acquisition? The next one is conversion rates. And conversion rates is a very, very broad spectrum. So we've got within a B2B business, then it could have conversion rates of your sales funnel, a conversion rate of your marketing funnel. On a B2B or B2C business, it could be more applicable for your website. So the conversion rate of your website, how much traffic is coming from your social media, your organic search, all the different channels, and then converting into either a lead or a sale, a registration, a download, any of those. Knowing what those conversion rates actually mean will give you a baseline for how you should be improving and what you should actually be doing for the next quarter, and how you can plan to change those so that you can get more either lead, sales, or marketing downloads, whatever it is that you're using it to measure, for less cost. Quality. So quality might sound a wee bit abstract, but what I mean is the quality of the traffic, the quality of the leads, quality of the sales that you're getting. So traffic is one measure that you could be using, but it's not a KPI that I like to actually use within, or we like to use within this business, because it doesn't really matter about how much traffic you're actually getting towards a business onto a website. It's all about the quality of that traffic. So this could be the same thing for leads and sales, which is probably a wee bit easier to understand. The quality of a sale can vary massively. So in a B2B business, and you're selling kitchen goods, for example, someone who buys a mug, which isn't exactly profitable, will be completely different from someone who buys a cast iron pan. Trying to put that into an easy context for a B2B perspective. The quality of a lead that's looking to sign up with you for a long period of time and is going to be working with your business for a long period of time is completely different to someone who's just looking for a one-off. Next to LTV. So what I mean by LTV is this thing called lifetime customer value. It's really, really critical to understand what your lifetime customer value is. And most people don't actually know how to do this. Segment your business by the different sectors that you're serving. So if it's a B2B business, it could be within our business, it could be people who are going for digital advertising, and then other people who are looking for marketing automation. How much are people generally spending with us for digital advertising? How long do they remain as a customer? And then divide that by the length of time that they're there. So understanding of lifetime customer value will give you an idea of, is your CPA, which we mentioned previously, your cost per lead acquisition or cost per sale acquisition, is that actually respective of what the lifetime customer value is? If you're only spending £10 to acquire someone who is worth potentially £10,000 to your business, that's a pretty damn good CPA. You really want to push on that one. Next and final one is return on advertising spend or return of investment. So return on advertising spend is only applicable if you're doing direct advertising. So on social media, through Google AdWords, or offline media as well. How much of that traffic is actually turning into a sale? And then return on investment, ROI, it's exactly the same thing. How much of that is actually turning into a sale? So working out what your cost is at the front end, and then how much is it converting into at the end of the process, and making sure that those two tie up and are within your profit margins. So that was, in my opinion, the 5, and the business's opinion, the 5 most important KPIs you should be using to measure your marketing and sales activity. Now, thanks very much for listening and watching. If you've got any questions over the next week, feel free to email or direct message us so that we can answer your questions on the next 5-Minute Friday. And if we don't, then what we'll do is we'll direct message you back or email you back with some answers to help you get moving so that you're not waiting for the next week, okay? So thanks very much. My name is Graham Milton from Bundle Digital, and thanks for watching.